If you are lowered, more than likely your camber is going to be a little more negative. And if you're not going for those fancy boy looks, which I'm not currently doing that with my builds, I need front control arms. So in front of me we have the Voodoo13 control arms, which I will be adjusting, self-adjusting my camber in the front. I shouldn't have the need to go back to a alignment shop if I use this properly and I do not mess with the settings on the toe in the front. I am gonna take it to my buddy's shop just to verify that this works perfectly fine, which it kind of helped for the rears. This is how my current alignment is sitting. I have the rears cambered out slightly, which I might just put back to 0 because I don't think I squat that hard. But that's for another video. This install should be very simple. If you've installed springs or coilovers or any suspension work, you will be familiar with these arms. It's literally just take off the wheel, unfasten the control arm, and replace. So let's get right into it. Once you lift up the vehicle safely and remove the wheel, you're going to want to get a 14mm and break loose the 2 nuts on the upper control arms that are facing forward and aft. When you're done taking off the 3 14mm bolts, you're gonna be one here, one there, and one here. These 2 go into the body of the vehicle. This one goes into the spindle. So you're gonna remove this and assemble the rod ends. And pretty much what you wanna do is just at least set it to the exact length as the OEM control arm. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Alright, so I have the arms adjusted to pretty much the max recommended adjustment that they allow. Could probably get away with a little maxing it out a little more, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go by the recommended adjustments. So now we're gonna go ahead and install the alignment spacers. The larger alignment spacer is gonna be pointing outwards. So the smaller ones go inside. Right, just like that. Now I'm not quite sure if I overdid it with the alignment, with the adjustment. Not sure if I need less or more, but I'm just gonna, like I said, I kind of made it closer to the stock arm, maybe a little longer, because I do need positive camber. So I'm winging it right now with the current alignment, and I'm going to make adjustments as needed. So that is one side completed. The other side, I'm assuming whenever they dropped the motor, they stripped that nut, so I'll have to cut it off. But overall, the longest part would be assembling it and putting it to length, because the install itself, you could do each side probably 30 minutes each. It shouldn't take you very long. If everything goes smoothly, the whole job should be under an hour. Alright, so I have it installed on the driver's side as well. I just had a tough time removing one nut. I'm assuming when they lowered the subframe, I guess the mechanic putting back the nut on the upper control arm, he cross-threaded it, so I had to cut it off. So I'm waiting on my part from Z1 to come in 2 days to finish up the install. But overall, That's pretty much a brief and general way of installing the upper control arms. It literally only takes maybe 30 minutes each side if you don't run into issues. It's two 14mm bolts up on the arms and then one over here going through the spindle, and that is it. Like I said, the hardest part was pretty much getting the exact measurement that you need. If you don't get it exactly where you need it, you know, you're obviously gonna go to an alignment shop and get that addressed. But you should be able to do this in your garage. Again, this is a disclaimer, this is not made for a Q50, so if you purchase these and somehow they're on your car and they fail or something, I'm not liable. They never made these for the Q50s. Some vendors sell them for Q50s because they kind of share the same arm with the 370Zs, the G37s, etc. But like I said, it wasn't tested for it, so just be careful. Alright, so if you found this video informative, make sure to always like that button, make that button turn blue, and if you're new, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace, Zillas.